Hello everyone, this is EC the Gamer and we are back with NieR Replicant. Uh, yeah, last time, if I remember correctly, we did some quests, one with the brother from the jump heap, but we also had a quest from Popola about the guy from the ferryman not actually doing the job that he was supposed to do. You know, the guy, let me show you here. Yeah, this guy, the guy that's supposed to be on this boat that helped us do this fast travel. Well, he's not there anymore, so we cannot fast travel as we were doing before, as I was doing before. And as you might know, the guy is actually the one with the red bag. It's the one that has the wife with the blue bag, and he has like some red glasses. You can see her here. So now she's telling us that the story is not reversed. Before it was she who was that disappeared. Now it's actually him. So my objective now is to look for him. I would think I was supposed to go to the tavern. Let me say something.
Oh, changed your mind?
No thanks, Slip.
Okay, no, it wasn't the tavern. I think I already went here. I have to go another place, so let me go. I think...
Where did that enormous ship even come?
I think it had to do with going back to the village, I think. But actually, before I do that, now that I'm going this way, let me go and do something first. There's a mission here.
We searched the southern plains back when the wife ran off too, right?
I believe we did, yes.
Yeah.
Lots changed since then. So it's kind of nice when we find something that hasn't. The fact that couple is still arguing almost fills me with, I don't know, hope, I guess.
If you ask me, that particular couple could benefit from a little change.
Yeah, let me go to the, how do you call it, the mansion, Emil's hand mansion. Oh my god, they're fighting there. There was a mission here, that's... let me do that first. There's a lot of side quests in this game, but there are a lot of the side quests that I have gotten at this point. They're very difficult to finish just because they're more of collecting items.
Please do.
Okay, I think I had to go to the basement. Don't get me wrong, I like this play, but at the same time it's very difficult. I would like it to be much faster to move. But, you know, that's the style of this game. It's not about going fast, you know. This one is much slower than the other. It's weird. Why was their picture changing the last time that we were here? They never actually explained that. Okay, yeah, this is the place. Yeah, I think there's something down here. So here we go. It's something to restore Emil back to his, you know, his original form. That's what the butler was talking about, I think. Let me be clear. The quest. Research project. This one here. The second basement floor. Oh, interesting. Now that I think about it, Emil wasn't here last time. Oh. I mean, he was, but it's not like this. What the heck? What are you shooting at? So it's not that he's shooting at something. It's just that his time, his attack takes a lot of time to actually do. So it takes a lot of time to charge. That's why I was thinking like, what the heck. By the way, by the time I recorded this would be Sunday. So it's the E3 week, you know. It's called Summer Game Fest. In there's a lot of events. I already watched. No, I'm not going to sit here and say like, hey, I watched them completely. No, I watched part of it. Because I tend to be more in PlayStation side, because that's the console that I have. There was no event there. There was some games, but I haven't. I don't know how to say. There's 1 or 2 games from PlayStation that are coming, but because they don't have a specific event, I didn't much. Like I wasn't enthusiastic to see them, but I did watch some of the events, and it's very interesting. I think for the moment, I think most of the companies have essentially shown the majority of the games. So the only companies that are left, well, they're not. I don't know. I don't think there's nothing major, I think, left, unless PlayStation does an event of their own. But at this moment, I have to say 3 companies won, or at least are winning. Microsoft. So which is the other? Microsoft, Square Enix. Which is the other one? Well, and the other is not a company, but the Summer Game Fest. The way it started, really great way to start the events. Other than that, everything has been okay, especially for a pandemic. Sorry if I'm not talking about this, it's just that I already passed this, there's nothing new. If this is the right place, I don't know if... This is the basement, so... Unless there's another basement that I didn't notice. We'll see, we'll see. Well, it's actually helped to fight these monsters, you know, you can level up and also get more worth, so I'm not going to be angry about it. That was it, right? Yeah. Holy crap, damn. I actually watched the Babylon Fall game that's coming to the PS5, PS4, PS5. Was interesting because this is on the people Platinum game, not the ones who made this game, but rather the one that made NieR Automata. And the game looks really cool. It's just that the live service thing, I haven't gotten the grip of those type of games. Like, I don't understand. Damn, what the heck? There's a lot of them. I haven't gotten the grip of those type of games. So yeah, we'll see. I'm interested because the game looks cool, but I still don't know if I'm going to really, at the end of the day, play it. I need a bit more information to see a bit more, and maybe they're able to convince me. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh, okay. Damn. And these guys are fast. Oh, here we go. Okay, nothing here. I hope this is the place, like really. It's not, I did this for nothing. It doesn't matter. You know, leveling up is another good thing to do. What the heck? Those guys weren't here last time. Yeah, those are impervious to magic. There we go. Damn. Okay, nothing here. What the heck? Yeah, they're very easy. Okay, oh. Yeah, I'll fight everyone. If you help me level up, yep. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I knew there was something.
What's this?
It appears to be a list of names and addresses. Perhaps they were employed at the laboratory. The text is half faded, but I see one woman used to live in a coastal town.
Oh, safe front.
A coastal town? They must mean seafront.
The woman is most likely dead by now, but perhaps a search of her home will turn up something.
Employee list. Nice. Oh, nice. It seemed like once I get it, that's it. I think I go back. Well, that's a good thing. Thankfully, I didn't have to go all the way. Yep.
Maybe we'll learn something about a meal over in seafront.
Okay, let's go to seafront. Post saves. Oh, that was a nice run. I didn't... Most of the time when I go really fast, I hit one of the rocks, so...
The paper mentions a house right above the entrance to a coastal town.
Okay.
How are things outside town?
Right at the entrance. It says on the entrance, right? Shouldn't it be here? Yeah, right at the entrance. Yeah, it has to be something like this.
Hey, mind if I ask you something?
Not at all.
Did anyone in your family ever do weapon research? Anything like that?
Yeah, actually, I think one of my older relatives used to do something like that.
Wow.
Why are you asking me this?
You know.
I'm looking into some of her research. You have any old records or anything?
Oh, man. Maybe? I don't know. If you hold on, I'll go take a look.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. This is all I could find.
It's a letter. How curious. It is written in a language I do not recognize.
Yeah, we never could figure out what this was about. But it was important, whatever it was. She kept this thing under lock and key at all times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is important.
It might be some kind of code that we can decipher back at the lab. You mind if we take this?
Go ahead. We've just been keeping it around because we don't know what else to do with it.
Let's go back and show this to the butler.
Okay, let me see if I can see it first. Documents, right? Nope. I thought there was something here, employee list or anything, but nope. Which is very sad. I would have loved to read it myself. What's the name of the employee? Well, we'll go there. Ah, the famous back and forth. No, don't get me wrong, guys. You don't need to actually do the side quests. But I think if you want all the endings, you need all the weapons. So there's some side quests that I think you have to do. So that's why, because I don't know which one are the important ones. For me, they are important because they really help develop the story and give more on the the world these characters are living. Okay.
It appears to be encrypted.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah?
Sherlock.
It begins with Dearest Emile, and then... Why, this appears to be a message for you, Master Emile.
Oh, okay.
A letter, is it?
To me?
No. Well, is there another Emile?
Dearest Emile, you do not know me, but I know you. My research has twisted your life in unfathomable ways.
Well, this is one of the original researchers, right?
I tried to make up for this by serving as your mother. But I know now that my efforts fell woefully short. I would have done anything to save you from this fate. And you will never know how guilty I feel that I could not.
Wow.
I remember her now. Hundreds of years ago, there was a woman who watched over me and my sister.
Oh, so yes, I think that's the... There's always in this type of like evil scientific research, there's always this, and there's kids involved. There's always a mother figure or father figure that they have.
The other scientists treated us like lab rats. But that woman, she was really nice. I think she kind of made me what I am today.
Your mother,
Okay.
huh?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't find a way to fix my body. But I don't care anymore. This letter helps me remember my mother, and that means more to me than anything.
I did it. Didn't get anything, but...
I swear I will find a way to cure you someday, Master Emile.
It would have been cool to actually read the goddamn letters and information. Oh, yes. There is. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is from last time. Oh no, this is, yeah, a letter from Emile, so this is all. Yeah, there's nothing. Well, thanks for that, guy. Then each time that we're getting close to grasping a bit more of the story, then they take that away from us. Okay, let's see. Which is the other one that I have? I have done up to this point 63%, I think. Okay, I don't see anything else. I'm looking for things that have nothing to do with, acquiring items, whatever. Okay, yes, I have to go to... There's another quest there. I need to go to... Let me continue the story. I need to go to Jump Key to get more of the item. Nice. I did it again. Then, of course, I need to do the Drakengard tree last ending. I haven't done it. It's so difficult. Okay. What the heck happened here? Oh, this is the brother? It's a guard. Okay.
Oh, hey. It's you. What's up?
You're related to the ferryman who carries a red bag around, right?
Yeah, he's my little brother.
Oh my god.
Haven't seen him in a while, though.
A shame. Have you any idea where he may have absconded to?
Not a clue. Like I said, I haven't seen him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, but the last time I did see him, he said something about using his ferry to deliver letters. Maybe you should try talking to someone at the post office.
Are you kidding me?
I guess we could ask the postman over in Seafront.
Just once, I would enjoy receiving a quest that can be solved in the general vicinity of the Asker.
I agree. It's thinking the same thing. Like, and they're doing this on purpose. I don't think this is just. It has nothing to do with the game's slow or anything, or it has some old mechanics. I think this is Yoko Taro just messing with the player. He did it with Drakengard 3 and he's doing it now. He knows we're doing a back and forth here.
Say, if you happen to run into my brother, you mind telling him to stop home and see his family every now and again?
Damn, this guy is moving all over the place. What the heck?
I cannot believe how many trips we have made simply to track down a single man.
Yeah.
It's alright to do this kind of thing every now and then.
I only pray this is not the calm before some manner of storm.
Oh yeah.
Say there, lad, have you ever penned a missive?
You mean a letter? No. I'm not big on writing. It always takes me forever to figure out what I want to say.
What's to figure out? One simply takes quill in hand and unleashes their soul upon the canvas of the page.
Whatever you say, Vice.
Yeah, keep talking to yourself. Oh, I love this guy. It's just the relationship with this book is just weird. It's a book, but it's actually really cool. It reminds me of the pod, you know, the robot that you have in Automata. Okay, where are we supposed? Oh, the post. Damn, this post, the post office guy knows a lot here. Hey, this is not the guy.
Hey, postman.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You're not him.
Yeah, it's not him.
I'm sure as hell not. I just swung by to pick up a letter and wound up running the damn place.
Are you kidding me?
Anyway, you here for a package or something?
No. There's this couple who's always fighting and the husband took off. So I'm trying to track him down. Ring any bells?
Sorry, pal. You're asking the wrong guy. Still, that's pretty weird. My buddy's daughter took off too. Maybe running away is the cool thing to do now.
Say what?
I find it exceedingly unlikely this pair of runaways is mere coincidence.
Any idea where she might have went?
That is the question, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I bet she went to check out the huge shipwreck that drifted into the inlet the other day. Not often something like that comes around. It's all the kids have been talking about. We keep telling the kids here in town not to go near the inlet, but... well, you know how those little devils are.
I'm going to be careful here.
A shipwreck, is it? I suppose we might as well investigate, seeing as how we lack any other tenable leads.
Right. Let's head for the...
let me record. I understand they added something here, but I don't know if this is it. We have this boat. I don't know if it's far from the original game.
Kinda. Emil.
What the heck? Wait, they're inside.
What's going on? I haven't seen you two come into Seafront in, well, ever, I guess.
Sorry for the surprise. Kaine said she sensed something strange in the area.
Strange how? Like a shade?
Maybe. Not sure. There's some kind of sound or something coming from up ahead.
What an incredibly specific piece of information the
Yeah.
hussy has graced us with.
Wow.
What is it, Kaine?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Yeah. The beach shipwreck.
We're gonna need to figure out some way to get inside that thing.
This ship is in a state of wanton decay. Surely we can find a hole or some such if we put our minds to it.
Let me see something first.
We'll be right here waiting.
Okay. Okay, so they will not move.
We'll be right.
Dude, why do they have to do that? Oh, by the way, the kids actually disappear from here. Let me see something first.
We'll be
Okay.
right.
Wow, interesting. There is a limit for them. I did not expect that. But the kids that were playing there had disappeared.
These planks seem to be covering a rather large hole.
We can probably get in if we move them out of the way.
I'm worried about whatever it is Kaine is sensing. We should make sure we're really prepared before going inside.
Let's make sure we're ready first.
Okay, that means do not do it, at least for now. That's exactly what it's saying. Don't do it. But at the same time,
We'll be right here waiting.
let me see something first. Because I don't understand what the heck does that mean. I mean, essentially you have to do it, right? Because I need the goddamn ferryman to move from, you know, from one place to the other. So what give? I don't understand. Yeah, I just started to think. Sorry guys, I'm looking at something. I'm just trying to be careful because that thing, I don't like. I don't know what it is. I want to be very careful because I don't want to make a mess. Yeah, let me do something. Because I'm not sure what to do, let me continue something else. Going to do is, because I don't know, so my fear is that it's something so difficult that I'm going to die a lot of times. I don't feel prepared, so I don't have the ferryman for the moment. Well, we'll just have to do with that. I'm sorry. Let me try to continue the story a bit further. I think the last time it was in the forest. Let me see if I can continue. If not, well, I'm going to facade first. Yeah, I'm trying. I know that there was something that they added, and I remember a trailer from NieR Replicant, and that boat is not from from the game itself. So what that tells me is that they added this to this game. So the fast travel, I would need to play the first game, or at least look on YouTube or something of someone playing it. But I'm going to assume that the first game didn't have any type of fast travel. It could be something new to the game, or maybe because they made a whole story, and it's a story that is actually affecting the game, at least one of the mechanics on the game, the fast travel, which we didn't have in the first game, in the first part. So it's not like it's a bit something that's going to affect me a lot, but it made easier all of this. Yeah, I just don't want to go inside that boat and then be like under level something. I saw the trailer, and that boss, I assume there's a big monster there. If it's the one that I saw, that thing doesn't seem like the Sephiroth type of thing. Like, yeah, you can do it, but probably you're going to die, so I don't want to do that. Hello. I haven't been able to fish. Last time I tried, but I couldn't. Let's see what it is. Nope. Damn. Well, last time it was pretty much something weird that I always get caught. Damn, so it's really fast. I think that's the fish. Okay, let's see. I'm going to count on myself. Nope. I just want to catch one of the sandfish. Just one. Damn. Oh, I did it again. Yeah, that's my fault. I'm just doing it before. So I did it again. How do you get this fish? Like, how do you? Like, I don't know how to predict the moment. That is the fish. So at least I know that I got the fish there. It's just... Damn. How much seconds do I have to wait? Okay. This is not easy because I really don't know how to predict the guy. Oh, he did it again. I mean, it's way too fast. I did it way too fast now. I don't know how to do this. I'll need to go look more for at least a little advice on the internet because... Yeah, no way. I don't understand what I have to do there. Fishing in the desert, who does this, right, really? Yeah, I'm not going to fight you. That's the Strange Things store, right? That's the place that I have to go. Here we go.
Hey there. I'm in the market for a mandrake leaf.
A mandrake leaf? Oh ho. I never would have expected such a request from you.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. No worries, we're all men here after all, yes? Oh, this is like an aphrodisiac?
What are you going on about? Well, whatever. Let's get this back to the client.
Yeah, this is something else. Let me see something. Where's the guy with the weapons? Yeah. Okay, I have money here. There we go. 69. Nice. So I got most of the weapons. Holy crap. What the heck? What is this? These are spears, right? Yeah. Holy crap, the one that I use? There's no way. Look at that. 490. Wow. And not even that, it's like the other one's even is as strong. I had nearly 70% of the weapon. That's a good thing. Okay. No. Before I record, let me go. Well, let me record just to be on the safe side. That weapon could help me decide what to do. Let me at least go back to... Where was this guy? He was in my village, right? No, the one thing that I only need from the shipwreck boss is I don't need how to defeat her or something like that. I just need to know is at this point with my equipment, am I strong enough? Because maybe the enemies that I fight there will give me an idea, but I don't know. I think I'm very level up because of the way I'm playing. But I'm not so sure that I'm that level up, you know. I need to try. I think I'm going to have to, because whether I'm prepared or not, I'm going to have to do it, because it's actually going to affect my game, my playing this game. Like the fast travel was actually helping me. You know, it was making a bit things more easier. Now it's much harder to do things, so I want that just for that reason. The guy was here, right? It's in the village, or it was in Seafront. Let me see. Oh my god, I have to go back to there. Yeah, I'll go to Seafront, do that, and I'll leave it there. I mean, I have done a lot of the side quests based on what I'm seeing on the story.
How about buying something?
And based on everything that and based on the number of side quests that are left, I had to be, I'm 63, I think, 63%. That should give me like a 70 something, 75, 80%, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of them. Remember, the fisherman is there's a lot of them also. Maybe there's like 3 more or something like that. Oh my god, if I fight these guys, I will level up fast. Oh, yeah, it happened. I'm telling you. You know, I know some of you might get bored, but the thing is, if I can do the side quest, it's going to help me simply with not having to. Again, once I do them, I can do the story much faster. Where's the guy? I think he has, yeah, he has to be here. Maybe it's this guy?
That's 5 log.
Nope, it's not you. He was a Seafront.
I got your mandrake leaf.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Fantastic! Here's the money for the leaf, and a little extra for all the travel.
Okay.
This is the key to my seasickness medicine. I just know it.
Yeah. The next morning. Don't tell me he died.
How's the medicine going?
Oh, it's, well, it's interesting.
Is that like a Viagra or something like
I
that?
thought it would help my seasickness, but instead, I made an energizer of sorts. And believe me,
Oh.
my wife is thrilled.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
I really didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
Look, I need to try again. Do you mind making another shopping trip for me?
Sure thing. Hopefully we'll have better luck this time.
Great. I need some toad oil from Two Brothers Weaponry at the junk heap. Apparently, if you purify the stuff, it's good for the nerves.
Okay.
How could he accidentally make a sexual stimulant instead of a seasickness medication?
Calm down, Vice. Maybe it just happened.
Yeah.
They are completely different drugs with completely different effects.
Hey, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, that was not a mistake.
It seems like the Shades are getting smarter. I don't know how much longer we can hold out here.
The damnable things are wearing armor now. I shudder to think about what's coming next.
That's toad oil for...
That's one thing that's curious about these guys. They now gotten much stronger, but I don't know why. Like, it's like it's like the Shadow Lord appeared out of nowhere and just he said, "Hey, you're idiots. Why don't you put armor?" Well, we'll leave it here, guys. Well, that didn't finish the side quest, but he gave me a bit of money. Okay, well, I'll leave it here for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, as always, to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and also hit that notification bell. So yeah, that's all for now, guys. Easy the Gamer signing off, and I will see you on my next video.